What's the problem you're dealing with?
I have been trying to develop leads with clinicians. I've had really good relationships with some clinicians, and I thought that it would have generated something by now, and it hasn't. So I'm kind of stuck in how to develop those relationships and help push those leads and have some fruit develop from that.
What I'm hearing you say, I just want to make sure I got it right, is you're trying to build your coaching business through physician referral. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And let me first start asking, why is that important to you? Why do you want to do that?
Because I know that there's a miss there, and the clinicians know that there's a miss between people that are hurting and then helping them, know what to do after they leave the doctor's office or after they leave PT. And just from personal experience, from, years ago when I was hurt, I was like, okay, so I hurt my back. I want to start getting back to exercise, but I'm not really sure what to do. So I know that I can help them and I want to help them, but I don't know how to reach those people. And I don't know. I felt like I built a connection and explaining what I'm doing with the doctors. And so I feel stuck.
Okay. So a couple of things here. Number one, how is your business outside of referrals from doctors?
I don't, very small. I don't really have any clients. I've had a couple that I've had some initial assessments with, and one of them's like, oh, yeah, I feel like it's a little too expensive right now. It's not that important. I don't want to put the money out for that when I'm going to try and do it on my own. And then I'm in the process right now of trying to work with someone as well. So it's very early, but otherwise I don't have clients.
Okay.
So this was my big target of this is where I'm going to get people from.
Okay. I think it's important for you to understand that doctors may have the best intentions in mind, even the ones who say they understand what you do, they understand your value, they understand why they should send their patients to you. And in the moment, 9 out of 10 times, they're either going to forget to do it or they're going to opt not to because it risks the way that they and their patients are going to communicate. And so if you have a great doctor in your town, a great physical therapist, a great generalist, let's say you have relationships with both, a really great physical therapist or chiropractor, and a really great GP who sees family practice. If you can get one referral from each of them every 3 to 6 months, you're killing it. So what that means is that is not where you're going to hang your hat on building your business. Do you follow me there?
Yeah.
I still want to walk you through how to do a better job getting those referrals, and then we'll talk about what else you could do. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
First things first, when you're selling to a prospect coming to buy from you, do you have a sales process, or is it, I'm interested in working with you, okay, let's talk about it?
I haven't had an opportunity to build a process.
Okay.
Honestly.
So that's okay. So what's happening to you right now is you're struggling with different manifestations of the same problem, which is lack of process. So in the doctor's office, doctors know you, like you, trust you, but they don't know how to refer to you. They don't know when to refer to you. They don't know physically how to make the handoff. They don't know what to tell the patient. The patient doesn't know how to start. All of those are question marks. Do you follow me there?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to a prospect coming in off the street who wants to work with you, it's the same thing. Who is Kelly? How do I work with Kelly? How does it work? How do I start? When do I start? How often? None of that exists. Do you follow me?
Yeah.
So what's happening is you could be this great coach who's out there who nobody knows about, who when they find out about you, it's clunky to get started and it's just too difficult to do the stuff that's supposed to be really easy. for them to overcome the stress and the financial decision of actually enrolling. Do you follow that? So we need to build process. So the first thing that you need to be able to do is, if a doctor is referring to you, let's go back to the doctor for a second. First of all, is it going to be the doctor who's going to make the referral, or is it going to be somebody else in the doctor's office?
Well, I thought that it was the doctor that would be doing the referral because that's who I've spoken with. And when I was talking to him about this, he said, well, I can't give you any of their information. I have to give them your information and they have to reach out to you.
That's right. So have you asked the doctor if they're already doing that?
No.
Okay. So that's step one is, hey, I know we chatted about you wanting to get some of your patients who need my help over to me and you needed to give them my information. I'm curious if you've been doing that or not yet.
Okay.
They'll be, oh, I haven't had a chance to do it, or I forgot about it, I'm glad you reminded me, whatever, right? The next step for you is to say, I imagine you see a lot of patients every day. Yes. I imagine slipping in, here are some trainers I think you can reach out to, is you don't have a lot of time to explain it. Yes. Would you be comfortable with me talking to your front desk staff about how to talk to your patients about working with me? Because then all the doctor has to do is go to the front desk, hand off the patient chart, and say, hey, I want Jane to talk to Kelly. And then the front desk staff knows exactly what to do next because you've trained them on it.
Yeah.
Do you follow me there?
Yeah.
The doctor writes the prescription. The front desk staff teaches the patient how to fulfill it. Even if the doctor gave you a script for a medication, when you get to the front desk, they're going to ask, what pharmacy do you want to get it at? The doctor doesn't ask that. Do you follow?
Yeah. Yep.
You need to make friends with the front desk staff. You need to have something that the front desk staff can do immediately that gets those people to opt in with you. A simple thing to do there would be to give them a calendar link, to give them a QR code that the patient can scan right at the front desk. And then when the patient is scanning that QR code, they're opting into something that is non-threatening. It's just a conversation that they're opting into. They're not committing to buying sessions. Do you follow me there?
Yeah. Should I have him go to, like, where should I have the QR code go to? Should it be to a calendar invite where they can schedule a call, or to my website, or?
I would recommend sending it to a very, very limited landing page that's exclusive to that doctor's office. If you want to be getting from doctors, it's you were sent here by, and then these are the things that we do for patients of this clinic. Please feel free to use the link below to schedule a convenient time for us to connect.
Okay.
That's it. It would be a really simple, there wouldn't even be a scroll down. That's all that would be on the page.
Okay.
The next thing is, you want a process for people to come into you who are not coming from the doctor's office, because you want to feel like the doctor's missing out, not like you're not building a business. Do you follow the difference there?
Yeah.
The way you do that is you have a consistent process by which you acquire new clients. You have a discovery process, you have an assessment process, you have an enrollment process. And right now what it sounds like is you're just talking to people about maybe working with you one day. And they're like, yeah, that would be great. And then they never follow through. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need something really simple that could be the first step they take right there. So you could say to them, oh, I would love to help you. Why don't we go ahead and find a spot where we can just have a more formal chat about this? Does that sound good to you? Because you're going to be at a barbecue. You're going to be at the grocery store. You're going to be getting your hair cut. You don't want to do your discovery there. Right? You wouldn't want the doctor to ask you what's going on with that stomach thing that you're dealing with while you're getting your hair cut. So the next move is, why don't we set up a conversation where I can be completely focused on you? How does tomorrow at 3 o'clock sound? That sounds good. Great. In that conversation, all I'm going to do is learn everything about what you're trying to get help with and see if I can be supportive. Does that sound good? They're going to say yes. You're going to schedule a time. and that's your discovery process. After the discovery process, you're going to let them know the next step is for you to come in. I'll do some evaluation. I'll let you know what I think it's going to take to help you. And then we can decide if we want to work together or not. Does that sound good? They'll say, yep. They'll schedule that again. Now you have a sales process. And everybody the doctor's recommending is just getting recommended into the discovery phase. Is that helpful, Kelly?
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Make sure you have a calendar link that you can use, and you're on your way.
Okay.
Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate you coming on today.